When I was 8 years old, my mom got a phone call that changed the course of my life. My family lived in Atlanta, Georgia, where my mom taught at a public middle school and my dad worked as a pest exterminator. One day, my mom got a call about one of her 8th grade students. He had become involved in a gang and had been given a gang initiation challenge: rob a convenience store. During the robbery, something went wrong, and he panicked and shot the lady working behind the counter, killing her and her unborn child. He would be tried as an adult and convicted of double homicide. My parents knew that the middle school I would soon attend was a place infected with gang activity and academic failure. It was a place where young men routinely got mixed up in a culture of drugs, sex, and violence. They desperately wanted something better for me and my brothers, but it was the only option that was available to families like mine. In the face of the hopelessness and fear around us, my parents decided to take a radical leap of faith. My mom, whose teacher salary was higher than my dad's income, quit her job to homeschool her 3 boys, cutting the family income by more than half. Then, just as she began to homeschool us, my mom began to experience strange health conditions. One evening, she checked herself into the emergency room. The doctors told her that her blood wasn't clotting efficiently and that even a common injury could cause her to bleed out. For the next 12 years, my mom was in and out of the hospital. The obvious response would have been to put me and my brothers back into the public schools. But my parents were so convinced of the importance of education in forming the character and faith of their sons that they began homeschooling my brothers and me beside my mom's hospital bed. Thanks to my parents' sacrifice, I graduated high school, went to college, and was faced with this question: what was I called to do with this precious gift of education I had received? I knew I wanted to make a difference in the lives of others. Of course I did what any aspiring world changer would do. I went into politics, interning at the State House of Oklahoma. I quickly realized, however, that the power of programs and policies to make a difference was limited. Meaningful personal impact takes relationships, takes sacrifice, takes people rolling up their sleeves daily to give all they have to the most vulnerable members of their community. That's what I witness here at Hope Academy. A unique place, committed to sacrificially giving the life-changing gift of education to those without better options. Hope Academy teachers could pursue easier, more lucrative career paths, but they choose to lay down their lives for the benefit of low-income children in our city. Hope Academy parents could send their kids to public schools where little would be required of them as parents, but they choose instead to play an active role in their children's intellectual and spiritual formation. And Hope Academy partners could hoard the treasures they possess, but they choose to give generously to make a remarkable, God-centered education possible to those less fortunate. This is the beauty of this place. Teachers, parents, and donors, all who have been given much, following Jesus' command, freely you have received, so freely give. What started in my parents' hearts is now coming full circle as I step out in faith to embrace God's calling on my life, to teach and help form faithful followers of Jesus here at Hope Academy, a place where hundreds of low-income children receive the gift of a remarkable education grounded in faith, virtue, and above all, hope.